At some time or another, to change directions, we've probably all wondered, what is this thing called life all about? What is the point of us being here? There are some folks who have discovered that for themselves after undergoing unimaginable trauma.
I almost died like 5 times in my life, and every single time there's like a point where I'm like, I haven't done enough.
We're going to take a look at how some of these people overcame those odds and what they can teach us with a very special new project from a friend of our show coming up next.
Challenges. There's no denying we all have them. These are the stories of ordinary people facing extraordinary challenges and emerging better on the other side.
The verdict itself did not help me feel any better. What was helpful was being able to stand up in front of a courtroom.
I did not have the power to say no.
I was still paralyzed. I'm exactly as paralyzed today as I was 13 years ago when I hit the ground.
I laid down in the middle of my kitchen floor like this, and I started praying to God, beam me up, please.
Oh, these are the stories we need to hear. That is a peek of the brand new series, Rise, with Cheryl Hunter, about people who've overcome unimaginable odds. Not only did they rise, they are thriving, and they're sharing how they made it through. Joining me now, the terrific host of this show, and I'm honored to say she is my friend, Cheryl Hunter, the producer and host of Rise, and a great friend of our show, by the way. Can we just round of applause? Congratulations to you for doing something so beautiful. Tell the people why this was your offering from your heart, why it was so important to do.
Well, as soon as I started telling my story, and I'm a kidnap survivor, as you know, but as soon as I started finally sharing what had happened to me, people started coming from everywhere and saying,
coming out of the woodwork.
Everywhere, on social media, through my website, finding me, reaching out to family members. I finally feel like I can speak about what happened.
Yes.
And such extraordinary stories, I thought, I've got to find a way to share these. My own journey, the way that I first saw the light at the end of the tunnel afterward, I thought, I can't be the only person who has gone through something unimaginable yet unexpected.
But there's a tendency to think that you are, and that feels very isolating in your already traumatized state.
And I was hiding what had happened, and I thought, I can't talk about it or people will know that I'm damaged. I was a teenager at the time. It was the best I could come up with. And I thought, if I just interview some people who've also gone through difficulty. So I started with Holocaust survivors, 9/11 first responders, war vets, just people who'd lost children, anything I could find, and could hear how some of them had overcome while others hadn't. And I thought, I'm going to codify this and for myself, and I did create an educational framework with that, but I also wanted to tell those stories because they offer such hope for people.
I've always believed there is healing, there is common ground found when we share our stories. That's the magic of storytelling through the millennial, right? We understand that there is common ground to be found when I hear your story, I share mine with you. This is happening, though, in a different kind of way. You're giving voice to pain.
Yes, it's one of the things I've found that really unites us. And to your previous point, usually what we do when we face that kind of thing, we want to put on a happy face or pretend it didn't happen, or we imagine that
power through.
If I don't acknowledge it, if I push it down, it won't impact me. But the converse is true. And when we share from the heart, and I don't mean trauma share or any of that other nonsense, but really authentically share who we are, others have the permission to do the same. And it liberates us cumulatively.
Yeah.
There's this collective freedom that happens.
It's powerful, it's palpable. I saw one episode because I'm planning on binging it. You can binge it, by the way, which is brilliant. You have 12 of these available now in the can, as we say in our world. 12 of these are done and ready for viewing, but the plan is to do more.
Yes. As I even started interviewing people for these, there were more stories that I could possibly tell. And I thought, let me start with 12. Yeah. and we'll see how people respond. And just even yesterday, I finally put it out online, and people, oh, I've got a story here.
Yes.
Oh, these are extraordinary. It made my whole day. This helped me see how I can overcome.
This is right on time. I'm going to say it again. We need these stories. We are trying. I think so many of us are looking for that connective tissue that connects us all.
Yes.
And this is part of it, Cheryl. CherylHunter.com/RISE. That's where people can find them.
Yes, and it's, you know, Rise, and it's on YouTube as well. But the thing I think that is so important to say is there's breaking news today. There's breaking news every day. It's going to come and go, right?
Yes.
And I think the antidote to all of those challenges and difficulty and the divisiveness that we face is to really see how much in common we have.
Yes.
And I have to acknowledge you and your extraordinary team. You always cover stories that matter.
If you
Thank
cry, I'm going to cry. So let's just hold hands instead. All of the episodes available right now at CherylHunter.com/rise. Cheryl, you did tremendous work. We cannot wait to see more. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. We need it. All right. From that, I must carry on.